Blog Talk Radio.
If you don't know by now, I can't change you. I got scars like everybody else, but you're loaded and you're reckless. Your eyes are so defensive and cold. You say I hold you back, you say it's over, but it's not. You play games with my heart and I think that you like it, but I keep coming back. I swear this is the last time. I never seem to let you go. I pull the bullet straight out of my own chest. I can't remember when I had a night of rest. I can't get over you. Lord, what am I supposed to do? Don't wanna be alone. Someday I'll figure out who will leave you. Until then, just let your heart break games. You pull underneath my skin, and then you tell me live and live in front of my friends in a public place. And when you break down, I rebuild you. Still cut and bruised from the night before. Here's a shot to scream. How can the show be real? Still I keep on crawling back for more. I pull the bullet straight out of my own chest. I can't remember when I had a night of rest. I can't get over you. Lord, what am I supposed to do? Don't wanna be alone. I pull the bullet straight out of my own chest. I can't remember when I had a night of rest. I can't get over you. Lord, what am I supposed to do? Don't wanna be alone. And when you break down, I rebuild you. You make me feel like I need you. Cut and bruise from these issues. Should I keep on crawling back for mine? I pull the bullet straight out of my own chest. I can't remember when I had a night of rest. I can't get over you. Lord, what am I supposed to do? Don't wanna be alone. I pull the bullet straight out of my own chest. I can't remember when I had a night of rest. I can't get over you. Lord, what am I supposed to do? I pull the bullet, bullet, bullet. I pull the bullet, bullet, bullet. I pull the bullet, bullet, bullet.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. Whether I'm just chilling in the studio or kissing a leading lady or out on the street promoting our new CD, Kenny G Waller Bass, no matter how you play it, I'm down with Patricia and Mr. Stout on the Move. Unscripted, baby.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with me and Mr. Stout, and he just stepped out for a second, but he'll be right back. I'm so glad that y'all tuned in to another week with us. We have much love and appreciation for you. And before Kenny comes in, I just want to talk about the Kirk Franklin thing from a mother's perspective. When he came in again, I understand that he is a gospel artist, right? I understand that. And I know that people are probably like, oh, well, how dare he cuss his son out? You know, he's a gospel artist and he's not supposed to be cussing, you know. But come on now. If anybody has had, I still call them kids because I don't care if they're 21, 35, 95. If you push them out your, you know what, or you have, you know, the woman, you know, we get camera, they are still our kids. And if the sperm had to come with the egg to make it, that's still your kid. I don't give a darn how old they are. Wow. So a lot of people are tripping on him because, you know, his son. Yeah. basically recorded, went on live while they were having a personal family cuss out. He was cussing his son out. And you know what? If he got to cuss his son out like that at 30-something years old, that sounds like I'm tired of your butt always acting up for 33 freaking years. I'm exhausted with your nonsense. Whatever. Y'all act like y'all ain't never had no kids. People kill me.
I've seen the memes, though, that's going on. They play the song Stomp. He's like, no, not right now. I was like, wow, I seen that one.
People kill me acting like they don't have, if they don't have kids, then maybe they don't understand. But they feel like celebrities are not human beings. I need you to understand they got that heart, they got the lungs, they all located in the same ears.
Yeah. They're more sensitive than you are. For you doing that to somebody, like more artists and stuff, because their lives is out there in a public way. Like your everyday life is not as out there as public. You do social media, but then when somebody who is a celebrity and you see, like, you know, something that may have happened, like, you know, maybe like a mishap, because they're not perfect people, first of all,
right? And
you're going to see those things happen, but then to make a mockery of it, you know, it's a high school crap.
Them kids will take you there.
Yeah,
they will take you there. Anybody who has teenagers, young adults, you know what I'm saying, whatever, still in your pocket, still asking for help, still coming over getting your eggs and your oils and
I swear, yo, life was like that drop was so crazy.
When they get to a certain age, they feel like, oh, I'm grown now. You know what I'm saying? I can speak my mind. Man, I'm forever your mama. He's forever your daddy. No. So
I just had like a little disagreement.
Yeah.
You know?
The point is, why did he feel the need to put his father on air like that? Like, that's some childish stuff that he did.
It was a power trip. I think that was like I said, that's another thing we had to talk about. Maybe when we had on a round table with the ladies about black privilege. Can we get to that?
Yeah, we have to do that one day.
Because it's out there.
Yeah.
The unhidden thing about this privilege thing. Like,
can't take it. I got your back, Kurt. I'm still gonna play your music, Kurt.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just because he's a gospel artist does not mean he's perfect, y'all. All that means is he's an imperfect human being who is still praising God in the middle of his imperfections, like half of y'all are. No, like all of y'all are. In fact, let's open up some of y'all closets. And in fact, let me be a fly on the wall of some of y'all homes.
Right. We see it on social media anyway. Those bathroom pics need to come to an end. 2021.
We got a great show.
Yeah.
How was your week? Let me just
It was good, yeah. Stimmy done slapped up in that piece. I'm like, I see y'all acting nuts out there. Like somebody had a van with a door went all the way up like the Knight Rider car. Like somebody got like the doors. This is where we at with right now. A van door, bro. Like a Lamborghini.
My son told me, he said he seen this meme. He said the meme, the guy rolled up to the McDonald's drive-thru and was like, man, can I get a milkshake? And the person in the thing said, oh, our milkshake machine is down. And he was like, well, how much it cost to get a fix? Because I got my stimulus.
Exactly. Exactly.
Isn't it like every McDonald's in every city I've ever lived in, they always complain about the McDonald's.
That is a bad market. Yeah.
Milkshake machine being down.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that just because y'all really just don't feel like making shakes on some days? Or is y'all just got the most messed up freaking distributor that's going to get a jacked up milk machine that only work on certain days?
It's easy to get it together.
I'm talking about Chicago, Atlanta, Ohio.
Yeah. You see that in Columbus too.
Did you when you lived in North Carolina, was the milk machine ever down? The shake machine ever down?
I guess it was that. I didn't do the milk machine, milkshakes like that as much.
Y'all need to upgrade that milk machine.
Yeah. Ronald McDonald needs to come back or something. Yeah, out.
We got a great show set up today. We have an author. You know, we love to do our artists, our singers, our rappers and all that kind of stuff, but we love authors.
Yeah.
And so we have a really special author who I thought, like, this whole topic that his book is about is like great for right now because we got so much going on. We got the George Floyd trial going on.
Yeah.
Of course, we're still mad about Breonna Taylor.
I mean, what just happened in Atlanta with the guy just like, you know, with the killing of the Asian ladies out there at the massage parlor in Atlanta. We have to, like, you know, send our condolences to the family members who also like perished through that whole, you know, ordeal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm definitely sorry to hear about that. And the young man that killed the lady, I don't know where he was, but he killed the lady because over a stimulus check. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
that was crazy.
You know, yeah, there's a lot going on. But I really felt like this topic was really his book, and I'm going to let him explain more about it. But it's really prevalent right now because, well, I'll just let him get into it, and we'll talk about all the other things that goes into it. So let's bring the author in house. So we got Jerell Jacquez. Jerell, you on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Right.
Don't sound like that.
Right. Exactly.
You're like, I'm here. Do we have to drag you in, Jerell?
I'm here. I'll try to live it. I'm here.
So, you know, I really thought when I read the synopsis of your book, I was like, man, that's so deep. Tell them, because
well, the book is called Guilty by Color.
Guilty by Color, and I want to really get into that because, you know, I used to be a jail nurse. Okay. I used to be a nurse in Clayton County Jail and Fulton County Jail. So I understand the whole system. But tell them first what Guilty by Color is about.
It's about basically it depicts the dynamics of poverty, consequences of oppression, social injustice, and everything just that comes with being born pretty much African American. So that's why I titled the book Guilty by Color, because when you're born an African American, pretty much how it's been in society since we stepped into this land, pretty much is born guilty by color. I know you mentioned the thing with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. I mean, it's sad to say that I wrote that book, you know, before any of that ever happened. At least probably about 2 years before. It took time for it to get published because I was incarcerated when I wrote it. So, but I had this book. This book was a long time coming. I had been wrote it, and I mean, like you say, it's still everything that I talked about in the book is still relevant to this day, and it's been relevant for years and decades and even centuries. You know, so it still fits along with everything that's going on today, and I feel like it's. Even, I mean, I hope that it don't be, but even years down the line, it's probably still going to be relevant, you know, here in what we face as African Americans. But I didn't just write the book for African Americans. When I wrote the book, I wrote it with a diverse crowd in mind. So it's not just for African Americans. It's for anyone to read, male, female, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic. You know, it's for everyone. But it does.
For the world.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but so you're from Florida, right? That's where you're originally from?
Right.
How far?
Right. I'm in Orlando.
How far is Orlando, Florida from Ferguson? Is that Ferguson? Was that Florida?
No, Ferguson was St. Louis.
Oh,
that
St.
was Missouri.
Ferguson, Missouri.
Yeah. Trayvon, I think.
No, I was talking about what was his name? The one in Ferguson that they killed.
That was Mike Brown.
Mike Brown.
That was in Ferguson,
right.
Ferguson, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew Ferguson. I just didn't know what state.
Yeah.
So he's far from here. So you were incarcerated during that time, then, right?
Yes, I was incarcerated for pretty much all of the African Americans that, you know, had controversial killings. I was pretty much incarcerated. Started with, you know, back from Trayvon Martin, I was incarcerated.
So how were the other? Sandra Bland. Yeah. So how were the the other inmates during that time? How were they reacting? I mean, what was the energy like? You know, what was it like?
I mean, it's always, every time, you know, you wake up in the morning and pretty much most inmates wake up pretty much and watch the world news every morning. So it's pretty much, the TV is always pretty much on Good Morning America or NBC News every morning. So, you know, when you wake up in a place like that and, you know, you see things like that on TV, it's just, I would say the reaction was pretty much like, you know, it's just pretty much always angry. You know, it started out with anger, you know. It starts out pretty much always with anger, you know, like, so, I mean, after a while, you know, I hate to say it, but like after so many times of me myself, I can't speak for anyone else. You know, I can speak of, you know, what I've seen others do or how I've seen them react, but as far as like, I can't tell you what was going on inside another person's head. But, you know, with me, it's sad to say that after so long, like I said, I was incarcerated for most of the ones that, you know, that was real, had a really widespread, you know, like it was controversial. Starting with Trayvon Martin. By the time it got up to like Michael Brown and, you know, especially George Floyd, you know, I have to say that I was pretty much like, you know, I just
numb to it.
I started one of those angry people back then, like with Trayvon Martin. By the time it got to George Floyd, it was like I woke up that day or whatever, whenever it happened, whenever I heard about it and finally seen it on the news, I could just say that I could just look at the TV and just like, you know, like it hurts to see it, but like it wasn't even a surprise anymore, like, you know, and it's things like that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Were you still incarcerated when George Floyd was killed, or were you out by then?
I was incarcerated. I just left incarceration in January of this year. Like I published this book about 2 weeks after.
January 2021.
And he wrote the book while he was in. That's the bomb diggity.
Years, man.
He wrote the book while he was in jail. Yeah. And then when he got out, he published it. I think that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, he's doing this part for what it means for that, for all those things, because there was no place, you know, if you were incarcerated, you can't protest, like really. I mean, you know, like the people out there protesting too. Right. How can you express how you were feeling about what the whole dynamics was, you know, in, you know, being incarcerated, you know? So it's just like how do you be able to express that story? So what you did from what your power, like a lot of people have done those things, but at the same time from that angle, you know, make it so, okay, yeah, he's talking about what a story is that people can relate to and read that all type of people, you know, first of all, too, all different type of people, and it just say, okay, yeah, this comes from a real place, you know, and a real story. So, yeah, I think a lot of people was going to embrace this.
So in the story, I believe you said the boy said he didn't do it.
Well, Tucson McKee, right?
Yeah,
with this,
Tucson McKee,
right,
yeah.
Right. Tucson is completely innocent.
And you know what? There are a lot of people in prison right now who are innocent, who truly are innocent. You know, you got Kim Kardashian, who's trying to get some of them off, right? Yeah. You got a lot of people. They just guilty by color. They, you know, and not just African Americans. You talking about Hispanics? You know?
It's the whole system, the justice system. Like, see, this brother probably knows a lot more things that we can talk about it. But I know we want to get to this book. But the justice system is set up to really to anybody who is, if they feel like if you living in an impoverished situation, like you're saying what the book is about, like, you know what I mean, like they can attack that situation because it doesn't have no other way to survive. So then it's like, okay, we can go to make this prison complex work for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Even like the New Yorkers with the ones who were not guilty. The New Yorkers.
With the ones with the Central Park 6.
They were
down. He was trying to put a whole bulletin out there for that, like he took a 6-page thing to try to get them executed.
Because you from Jersey, right, Mr. Stout? Yes. So you remember that
very well. Yeah, that's why I'm from with Donald Trump. I'm sorry. My bad.
Well scripted.
Yeah, I'm so done with him.
So that's deep. So how long did it take you, or how long did you spend writing this character, this child, this young child, that ended up losing, or being accused of this crime? Like, how long did it take you over those 14 years? Is it something that you started right when you got there, or did tell us about that?
No, I actually started this book in the beginning of 2017, and I want to say I finished it right around probably the beginning of 2018, the beginning of 2019. I finished it. So I was working on it for about 2 years, back and forth. But I would write, and then I would take a break. And, I would pick it back up, and I feel like it wasn't just like another story to me. I've written 9 books so far. I mean, but this one, it wasn't just a story to me. I wasn't just like, trying to entertain people with this book. It was more of like, it really came from, a place that, a deep place within me. So it took a little more time, But like I said, this book, it's not even so much. I know I heard you say about so many people that's incarcerated that's completely innocent, but it's not even so much about the people being completely innocent. Why I said that the book, it depicts the dynamics of oppression and poverty and just what we go through as African Americans. Basically saying like, there's a lot of African Americans. I mean, even myself, I won't sit here and lie to you, try to fabricate anything. I went to prison for something that I did do. But what I'm trying to explain in the book, the message that I'm trying to give out in the book is that there's a lot of people in there for things that they did do, but a lot of people don't look at what pushed them into doing what they did, and that's what you call dynamics. That's what you call, like the dynamics. That's what you call consequences of oppression. Yeah, I did what I did, but the system that America has built up pushed me into doing what I was doing, and those are things that don't get discussed inside the courtroom, like, yeah, this kid, he picked up a gun and robbed somebody, but what made him do it, Now, we're not talking about rap music, gangster rap. We're not talking about none of that. That's just another way that African-American men express themselves. What we're talking about is a system that was built to push these children or these men or even women into doing these things, into keeping them second-class citizens, things that make them want to pick up a gun and go rob somebody, to feed their family, to put food on the table or whatever. So, no, it isn't right, and right for wrong. But when you wake up one day feeling like, hey, you don't have a choice, and this is how you got to survive, then, it's going to be survival of the fittest. It's going to be survival of the fittest, and you're going to eventually do something that you're going to regret it down the line. Like, I regret what I did, because now I know better, but when you that young, like I was 16, I went in at 16, I got out at 28. So especially when you that young and you blind to, what the system has set up for you, then, you do things without really considering the consequences, So my main objective here is just to really get, especially young African American men, to really see, what they're up against. If you can see what you're up against, then you can prepare for it, and you can better, you can arm yourself against it, with the knowledge to go against it in a better way than, picking up a gun and doing something that's going to take you away from your family or, just make the whole situation worse.
Right. So I know that there was a big thing that when they were really talking about when we started really digging into the judicial system, right? And how they were pulling, especially, I'm not going to say especially in the South, I'm getting all over, but they were pulling people over for little things, little itty bitty things. Because from what they were saying was the prison system makes money off of the inmates' labor, and so those beds were worth money to them, and so they had because they have to make so many stops, so many this, that, and the other, and that's like free labor. They might get paid a couple cents or whatever, but it's really free labor. So it's kind of still like the cotton slaving days, when they were out picking cotton. And they were
for the 14th minute. If you read the 14th minute, that's what it's all about. Because
if they have a certain number of beds that have to be filled in that prison in order to keep their work going, because they got contracts with all these different companies that are making money off of these. They're making money off of this labor. Whatever products that they've contracted to make, the prison is contracted to make, they're not paying that much for those products, but they're selling them. They're selling them like regular. So that means if these inmates are getting a couple cents an hour or whatever the heck, that ain't no money. That's still slavery.
Right, to pull them in for smaller charges. I guess we have to do a change of the system. It's systemic, it's part of the whole racism thing.
And then when you get out, because you have done this crime, when you get out, it's still on your record. So you can't go get a job over here, and you can't go get a job over there, and you can't go, and so you can't feed your family. And here your homeboys over in the corner talking about you ain't got no money.
Right, you're gonna do it again.
So there's a there is definitely
it's a revolving door that's set up. It's just a revolving door that's set up for you to keep doing the same thing, especially once you get trapped up in it the first time. It's a revolving door. I mean, and that's what I want people to realize, so they can, when they spin around and it's time for you, when they looking for you to step back into it and get caught back up in the trap, you can jump to the side and just, bypass the revolving door, because once you get caught up in it, it is hard. I mean, I was looking for a job when I first got out. I couldn't find anything, or I would say anything worth working. So I just decided to hire myself doing something that I love. So, I mean, it's I know I hear people say, well, African Americans, they have chances or whatever, to do something despite, how the system is set up or whatever. But a lot of people don't understand. What I try to tell a lot of people is it's a difference between chances and opportunities. So we had the opportunity to get up and, go fill out an application, try to get a job, whatever. Yeah, you're right, we do. I mean, it's a free country, at least that's what they say. So we can get up, we can go fill out an application, go put in for a job, whatever. But what's the chances of you getting that job, especially after you've been through, incarceration, or you've been labeled a felon, or even if you haven't, so the chances of African, we have the same opportunity as everybody, but the chances that you have of, being successful over this other person or whatever is not the same. The opportunity is the same. Yes, you can get up, you can go wherever you want to go, but what's the chances of you being successful? That's what I think people need to focus on more.
It takes a strong mind. It takes a strong mind. It takes determination. Yeah. It takes somebody who's willing to be an entrepreneur sometimes. Mm-hmm. If they don't have connections, or there's now before the pandemic, they did used to have some organizations that would hire, ex-felons and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, and maybe those organizations are going to come back up. Right. Still around, and now they're even giving people in jail the stimulus checks now, aren't they?
Right.
Right. They're doing? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Are they?
They did.
Okay, so that's another opportunity. So you take that money and you got to figure out how to flip it in a legal way. This is what I tell people about
5 people.
He got books.
That money, you guys can
invest books
together.
You got books. You got knowledge. If you can, and this is what I tell drug dealers. If you can sell crack, if you can sell marijuana, if you can sell a salesman is a salesman. It don't matter what the product is.
Yeah, but people.
You can sell jewelry.
Right.
You can sell jewelry. You can sell jewelry. Right. Okay. So you still got to have that craft to be able to talk to people because there's a whole bunch of drug dealers out there. Yeah, so what about why makes yours better than his? And he right over here. He lives closer to me. This dear drug dealer live close to me. Why should I come over there and get your drugs? You know what I'm saying? A salesperson is a salesperson, and you can sell anything. It doesn't matter what the product is. We had an author, Corey Palmer, who also did prison time, and he went and bought some. Let me tell you something. He bought some jewelry. Yeah. He bought some different products that women like. That they don't give a darn what your credit is, as long as you can buy it. Right. And he's selling that stuff because if you're a salesperson, you're a salesperson. Same with your books. Right. Salesperson is a salesperson. If you have that ability, even if you don't, just telling your story and being able to go around when the opportunity, even if you can't do it, going around from place to place right now, being able to do it on live or like this, getting on the radio and telling people, listen, go out there and buy my book. Guilty by Color by Jerell Jacquez. His name is spelled Jerell, and his last name is Jacquez. And the book is called Guilty by Color. I'm really going to challenge all of you different organizations that deal with, ex-prisoner, what do they call them? I don't want to say ex-convict, but what do they call them?
Offenders.
What's the proper name? Huh?
Offenders.
Ex-felons. Yeah. All these organizations that deal with ex-felons, all these organizations that deal with nonprofit helping men, all y'all different organizations. Right. Go out and buy his book and pass him out to your people. Go out and be a blessing to this author who has just got out of jail and who's trying to do the right thing. You got somebody up there like, he could do better if he tried. Well, invest and help him do better. I did. I went and bought the book. I can't wait for it to come. I bought the book, and I'm going to read it. I believe in giving back. So all you celebrities out there who always talking smack, we give to the different foundations. Here's the foundation right here. His name is Jerell Jacquez, and he got a book called Guilty by Color. So go out there and buy his book. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's help each other. You know what I'm saying? You got that stimulus. Look, y'all got that stimulus check. Don't give it all to Walmart and Target and them.
Right. So, what can they pick the book up at? What can they find it?
I got mine from Amazon.
You can find the book on Amazon. The link is on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And my Facebook name and Instagram name is just my author name, Jerell Jacquez, JerellJacquez. And you can find the link on both of my pages, or you can just go to Amazon and find it in paperback or ebook.
Okay.
Yeah, get that.
Well, I want to ask a few more questions. You ain't getting off that you ain't getting off that easy, Mr. Jacquez. So let's take a quick break so you can take a water break. We're gonna play some music and we're gonna come right down.
Come get some. Right.
We on here with the amazing author Jerell Jacquez. And he got a book out that I'm going to need for y'all to go get. I don't care what city, country, state you in. Amazon is everywhere. Amazon is all over the world. Right. You ain't got no excuse.
Don't get it on the moon.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Guilty by Color. Come get some.
Look, mama, I'm a king. They grabbed me up and threw me in the ring. No training, they just told me bob and weave. Look, mama, I'm a king. They threw me in the belly of the beast and said I'd never make it out of the streets. But look, mama, I'm a king. Through all the trials and tribulations, came out clean, smiling like they never see me bleed. Look, mama, I'm a king. Look, mama, I'm a king. Yeah. Higher, higher, higher. asking more. Fought for a future I couldn't see, my start was past the floor. Stuck in the dark and counted out, yeah, it was sad for sure. Voice said, go and get it, young nigga, what you asking for? I heard a dream was for the niggas that sleep, so stay woke. Most niggas miss the word for most sleeping, they stay broke. Think it enough and fight as hard as you can and it will come. Until it do, give all you got, but when it do, you can't show. It was a dream that kept me in the dream. Put down the faith and went to work. One thing led to another, cost was high and all the loss was worse. When the venom from this nature took the toll, so I can see the hurt. They needed me to fail, but I prevailed and held my demons hurt. Blood spilled, tears dry. Fear came, I watched to leave. I never thought that in a million years they'd be watching me. By now I probably shed a million tears, couldn't stop the leak. They dragged me through the mud, look what they done, ain't no stopping me. Higher, higher, higher. Trust me, I am not afraid. So I ain't holding back for no one, no one. Higher, higher, higher. Ain't no need to look away, 'cause I ain't going back for no one, no one. Higher, higher, higher. Trust me, I am not afraid. So I ain't holding back for no one, no one. Higher, higher, higher. Ain't no need to look away, 'cause I ain't going back for no one, no one.
That nigga always laugh. Fuck it. Get to laugh, nigga cry.
Count up till I can't count up no more.
Yeah.
Roll up until we run out of smoke.
Yeah.
Pull up, bitch, I just pulled up a four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know. Count up till I can't count up no more.
Count that shit.
Roll up until we run out of smoke.
Roll that shit up, nigga.
Pull up, bitch, I just pulled up a four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know.
What you do, love?
Did the shit all on my own, I ain't need no help.
Yeah.
Couldn't really trust nobody, so I had to invest in my own damn self. Just a young nigga trying to get rich so the whole fam can enjoy this wealth.
Yes, sir.
Throwing up the L for my big brother D and BK till I take my last
My
breath.
brother Keith.
Shout out my niggas in jail, freedom boys out of they cell.
Free all them niggas.
I already know when baby J come home, little bro gon' cause hell.
BSOJ.
Wanna show me something? Show me how you bounce back after you take a L.
Yeah.
I ain't tryna have the laws on my phone, so I'm getting to it on the Alcatel.
Burner.
Fuck these niggas, man, I just wanna ball. Love, do you fuck with them? Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Cause even my motherfucking best friend changed on me for a bitch. Guess he
Man,
wasn't
fuck
nigga for the
that
long
nigga,
haul.
man.
And the fucked up thing, I had just lost my brother. You was supposed to be there for me, man, I thought you was my dog. Now the nigga tryna hit my phone, tryna apologize. Now nigga, fuck. Count up till I can't count up no more.
Yeah.
Roll up until we run out of smoke.
Yeah.
Pull up, bitch, I just pulled up a four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know. Count up till I can't count up no more.
Yeah.
Roll up until we run out of smoke. Pull
I'm really fucking
up,
with
bitch,
this
I
second
just
verse,
pulled
though.
up a four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know.
Mama.
I should've listened to you when you told me everybody ain't your damn friend.
Yeah.
I always been slept on, so like finesse, bitch, I'm going straight in.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm feeling like a kingpin. Gotta understand the value of respect, nigga, let this shit sink in. Why you niggas scared to jump in that water, bitch, I'm diving off the deep end.
Bitch.
When I'm talking, ho, shut up and
Shut up
listen.
and listen.
Adam Dallas kitchen plays like
Kissing
Whitney.
them hoes.
Plus the way I make shit appear, then disappear. You can just call me Love the Magician. Tryna drive on his gas and his drink, man, I pray to God that I don't have a collision. Drink got me seeing double, no damn well I shouldn't drive. Shit really fucking up my vision. Damn. Papa told me I was $1 million man, but I was only 9, just a little nigga. Shit I didn't really understand, but now I'm grown up, getting these bucks. I can see it was all in God's plan, and I'm feeling like the game off a waist deep still from me, and I'm chopping off your hand. So I count up till I can't count up no more.
Count that shit.
Roll up until we run out of smoke.
How we doing this? A whole lot of money count,
bitch, I just
whole lot of
pulled
weed
up a
smoking.
four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know. Count up till I can't count up no more. Roll up until we run out of smoke. Pull up, bitch, I just pulled up a four. And I ain't for that fuck shit, I just thought I'd let you know.
wake up in the AM every day. Every morning, new life, hit a different way. Spend a decade traveling the wrong way. Wide open on the highway, let the song play. Mind open, minds on the Lord, where the yours stay. I just pray about it, he gon' work it out, blind faith. High stakes, lost his talent at a high rate. Frustrated, mad at the mirror till I'm irate. Turned it all over to him, caught a clean slate. Separated from the world like a clean break. Word written on my heart, that's a keepsake. They been cut off from the body, trying to keep face. Up against the odds, beat them like a weak case. Bags on my back, sin stuffed in the suitcase. Red race on running, I be on something, half pace running. He don't want it, these are all or nothing. See the storm coming, finger leaning on the panic button. Setting covenant with the Lord, made a sacred promise. That's assurance that he gotta keep. Told me if I feed the sheep and follow him, to live or die be all on him. So I follow him, chin on my chest like I'm playing the violin. I'm just praying he let me in. Never said he judged me by the color of my skin. That's the sin of man, blotting out your origin, Lord. All I do is think about you. I can't get you off of my mind. I hear what they say about you. But you be keeping me on my grind. You be coming through on your time. It's because of you that I shine. This word will keep you way down, but you be on your way now. In a minute it'll be fine. Okay. In a minute it'll be fine. Okay. In a minute it'll be fine. Okay. That ain't what I say, that's what the Lord say. Cause if I said it, would you call it prophecy? If I'm confessing, oppression ain't on top of me. And going in got me sitting on a monopoly, giving God the glory and skipping over your property. Cause he made a way for me out of no way. And I ain't going back to them good old days. Fresh as I'm feeling, still killing it right my own way. Last time I heard it, the 40's the new gold age. Cause I be on that grind, be like 4 days. How I see it, I sleep with my soul raised. I ain't gotta go down in glory to keep my pole raised. Flag on the play, that's some Christian-like conduct. They missing his attention, so it's on us. Can he get your attention? No, it's on lust. Trust no man no further than I can throw him. Departing for never knowing him. My parts to carry on, but I've been toting this baggage like a tour bus. And all I need is one touch, more you and less of me. Playing for your heart like a symphony, but at your feet is where I plead to be. Open up my eyes when I couldn't see. Blew the breath of life when I couldn't breathe. Promise me you'll never leave, Lord. All I do is think about you. I can't get you off of my mind. I hear what they say about you. But you be keeping me on my grind. You be coming through on your time. It's because of you that I shine. This word will keep you way down, but you be on your way now. In a minute it'll be fine. In a minute it'll be fine. In a minute it'll be fine. Yeah. In a minute it'll be fine. Okay. Your time. Okay. Okay. In a minute it'll be fine. I be giving God the glory. I be giving God the glory. I be giving God the glory. Okay.
What's going on? We are back. I know Kingpin was real hard. That was hardcore. I'm like, how did that one get in there? But you know what? Roll up. roll. But, you know, it is what it is. It's unscripted, so y'all just never know what you're going to get. But the point is, you know, when you think about, and we're speaking with Jerell Jacquez, who is the author of the book, Guilty by Color. Mm-hmm. When you really think about, you were young, 16, and a lot of them get caught up at an early age. Yeah. But then you also got to think about that period of time in the 80s where they was locking everybody up for every little thing. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of these boys was growing up in single-parent homes. Mom had to work 2 and 3 jobs to keep food on the table. So they got to learn by how they learn. You know what I'm saying? And if they didn't have somebody there, you know, like you said, if they didn't have somebody, then who else to teach them but the streets? That's why a lot of them ended up in that lifestyle, because mom was always at work and dad wasn't there for whatever the reason. Whether he was in jail dead, or he was with somebody else around the corner. You know, Papa was a rolling stone. You know, that's wow. One of them kind when daddy was all over the place. You know, whatever the reason was. why they had to be out there on their own.
Okay.
You know. So my heart goes out to you, Jerell, because I know that those were a lot of years. And I used to be a nurse in the jail system, in the prison. So I know how them guards are. I know how they will pick with the prisoners. Some of them police guards ain't even right anyway. They dirty as dirty can be. Yeah, they want to be. They want to be bringing in half the contraband and stuff to be coming up in there. So you know, am I lying?
So is this in the book? I don't know. It's not like in the book.
I know. I used to work. Am I lying? Jerell, am I lying? See,
you're free now, bro. You're free now.
I already know.
You know now. You good, bro.
Look, Fulton County Jail is the only jail I know of in Atlanta that can have a whole full music video. And the inmate was going. I remember one time the inmate, I don't know how he's able to open up his prison cell to go and get something from the guy in the thing zone right across from him. Like, how y'all doing that? Yeah, how you having full-fledged music videos in prison? In jail, y'all ain't gonna be doing that. Please. So yeah, and then some of them are just they're prejudiced already. Yeah. So they come into the jail and they're just mean, or wife didn't give them none, or they done got an argument with somebody, or they whatever the situation, and they bring it and they come to work and they take it out of the prison. Yeah, that's So I know because I used to work there.
It's implemented in the structure of it too, right? Like for the prison system, right?
Yeah, it's to break you down. It's kind of like being going to basic training in the military. They break you down. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is in the military they break you down and they build you back as a soldier. In prison they just break you down and they try to keep you down so you can keep coming back for that free labor.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely. I'm proud of you. Jerell, I'm proud of you for
you pull it through.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. People do stuff all the time. There's a lot of people that do a lot of stuff that they just ain't got caught for. People do stuff. People make mistakes, especially as a teenager. Teenagers ain't, they ain't got a lick of sense. If Kurt Franklin still cussing out his old ass 33-year-old son, I'm just saying. Stop. I'm just
you got to
saying.
get back to it. So what are some of the things you think that, from this book, what some of the readers can get from that? What can they take from this, from what the whole book is about? Because it sounds like it could be like like a film or something like that.
I can't wait to read it. Yeah. I'm ready to read it.
Oh, I hope so. I hope you just talk something into existence there. But the readers, like I say, the message behind the book, is really to just depict the consequences of oppression, the dynamics of, what you wake up against, things that you just, you don't wake up and just wake up, that you don't just wake up thinking about, what I'm saying? These are things that you have to, you have to read. I hope I can make more, especially more African Americans read. I hope I bought enough, entertainment to the book along with, the message that I sent in the book. I hope I bought enough entertainment with it, to keep them intrigued enough to want to continue to read after they put my book down, So I hope it doesn't stop there for them because, although I talked about a lot of things in my book, it's still a lifetime of knowledge out there, for everybody. Like I say, the book, it isn't just for African Americans, it's for everybody. And it's still a lifetime of knowledge out there for everybody, even after my book. So just hopefully, people continue to read and continue to arm themselves with knowledge, to know what they're up against, to learn how to be successful, despite the obstacles that's laid out for them or whatever, because it's like, it's very true, especially as an African American, you're born and there's already obstacles laid out for you, so if you don't know how to jump over those hurdles, you're going to trip, and, Me, I tripped, but, obviously, I gained something from it. Although I lost a lot of time, I gained something from it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people continue to go through that revolving door their whole life. I ran into, I've been roommates with people, that's been to prison 7, 8 times, so 7, 8, I ran into people that's been in prison 12 times, so it's like, if you trip over that obstacle, you fall and you don't know how to get back up, you don't know how to pick it back up, like, well, to start at, then you're going to keep falling there, before you know it, you're going to be a granddaddy in prison, you might end up dying in prison, or, if not the prison, you might end up dying in the streets the way you don't want to go out. So
there's hope that mentality. Yeah.
You know what I used to tell some of the prisons. Prisons that was in that were about to get out. I used to tell them, how many more of your years do you want to give them? How much more? How much more time? How much more time do you want to be away from your family? How much more time do you really want to give them all your years?
Like lose family members because you can't come home and see them.
Like when you get out,
rest and you watch your children grow.
When you get out, temptation is gonna be at the door because temptation is at the door for everybody in different ways. It's about you got to jump past that Goliath. You got to get over that hurdle. You got to do something different. When you get out, you're at a crossroads. And the one thing I was always told is take the road less traveled. You already know what that road leads to, so take something else. Right. It's going to be hard at first. You ain't going to be able to see the way at first, but God going to provide. God going to make a way. You pray about it and you start walking on that path that's less traveled. God is going to send everything and everyone that you need to help you do it. Are there going to be sometimes it's going to be kind of hard? Yeah, but everybody's faith is challenged. All the time. Right. So you just got to know to keep walking on the path less traveled. But how many more years do you want to do free labor? How many more years? You got to break that cycle, and it's hard. Everybody mentally is not able to handle, is as strong as other people.
Got the support.
Yeah, because some people come out of prison and they can't handle some of the things that they got to deal with when they're in jail. But then for those who are strong-willed and strong-minded like Jerell, he's gonna make it through. You gonna make it through. You were brought out to minister to the people through your book, through your words, through your writing. That's why you were able to focus on that throughout them years, and you were able to write those stories, and you came out with your assignment. Your assignment was to publish this book. And coming through our path is only the beginning of where God is taking you. But so when temptation comes, you say no. Give temptation a hand because you on assignment and you ain't got no time for no distractions.
I was going to ask too as well. Is that are you with any groups or any since you've been home? Like this is 2021 since you came home in January. Have you been involved with any book groups, anything like that, or any outreach groups that you're speaking to or anything like that?
No, you mean as far as reaching back towards the incarceration thing?
Right, outreach groups and anything like that. You're right, to come back into society.
He probably ain't ready. He don't want to see that building no time soon.
No, I definitely
because I know a group called Life Group, and they out there have these forums where they think about it.
But they probably wait till about 5 years. They don't want to see it right when they do.
No, you don't have to go back. It's like conversations. They have a conversation. I read them on social media or something like that.
I definitely want to get involved, but the most involvement I've had pretty much as far as reaching back now, I talked to numerous of people that, I left behind that's still incarcerated. I write people every day, talk to them on the phone every day. So it's I'm still very involved in there as far as groups and public speakings or things like that. Yeah. This radio interview and one other radio interview before this is pretty much as deep as I've went with public speaking, but I definitely plan to get more involved in that in the future. But so
on the move
now,
we got you guys back with that right there. We decided to go that path. Definitely reach out to us and we'll definitely have people we can speak to and things of that nature. How the way you can get that going out there in Orlando, or wherever, in wherever you decide you want to go. our station, what we do here, and with this show, should I say, we definitely like to look out for the people that's looking out with us, like because we have like a lot of different people that come on here, right? Like we have different facets, all around different type of people from all different around the world, and the conversations, is about how the way we can, be morally better, like with each other, like
even if they can,
important.
Even if you could start something, or someone could start some kind of business, like a pen pal business, because when you're incarcerated, if you are not one of the ones that snuck a phone, well, I don't know how y'all be getting phones up in there.
I got calls. I got calls.
How you on Facebook?
They hit me out. I was like, oh, what? Wait, hold on. Like, they got the whole thing. Looking smooth up in there too. Like, bro,
right. But letters. Even when I was in the military, when I was in basic training, I lived for letters. Yeah. Like literally, that being there and for mail call and getting them letters and being able to read and correspond, that's an important thing.
Right.
Am I right, Jerell?
No, it's definitely true. Yeah, it's definitely true.
Yes, you look for those letters. So if somebody could start a business, the inmates, they got that money in them books. They'll pay a little something for to be a part of a pen pal group so that they can have people that will write to them consistently. They need that. People
outside.
Yes, they need that. Because everybody doesn't accept the phone call, so they got to have stimulation. Right. They got. If they can get things, magazines, whatever type of things, so they can focus on things that are having positive thinking while they're in there, and so they can be like Jerell when they come out and be on assignment and not be looking back to that time. Everybody goes through rough seasons. People have different rough seasons. But the thing is to come out of that season and move forward. You keep going back. It's like you ain't passed the class. Like you ain't passed the class. Like, you got to go back again because you ain't passed the class? Pass the class and keep on moving. Yeah. There's another level of life. So I'm excited for you, Jerell, because I feel like there's going to be more doors. Keep doing these interviews. Keep talking to people. Keep talking about your story. I can't wait to get your book.
Right.
When I get your book, and Mr. Stout has different stuff down his lane that he can help you promote that book.
Yeah.
I
mean, you do.
Yeah, I got
groups.
He's in one of my groups.
He's in one. Okay.
I think that's how I found him, or how he found me.
Yeah.
Or we found each other. I don't know how it works.
Yeah. It was a group.
Yeah, it's book readers and indie. It's indie authors and book readers on Facebook. That's how.
Okay, so now he also got them in hard copy. So are you doing any book signings at any bookstores or any libraries, anything like that coming up?
Haven't got to any of that. I look forward to it. I really do. I haven't got to any of it so far.
A lot of authors have.
Oh yeah, when we get around to it, stuff like that. Yeah, we look into that and we want our listeners right here, on the show to listen to, look out for that, and any information that they can get to you. So you on Instagram, or you do TikTok? What are you doing out there? I don't know, everybody. I don't know.
So some bookstores are allowing book signings. So because I know the Nubian bookstore in Atlanta, Georgia, is still doing book signings.
Like he's in Orlando, so we can look out for that. Like
So you might want to look online.
I might need to take a trip. I might need to take a trip.
Okay.
So it's called the Nubian Bookstore in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta. I'll get you that information when we get off the air.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You just call him and you just whatever he has available. You know what I'm saying. He'll book you, and then you just take some of your books there. It's just and then you have you just got to find the different organizations that deal with ex-felons and stuff like that, and just go be out there. I will be out there with them books. I'll be like, look at here.
I know some guys doing that.
Yes, like how we used to do CDs.
Yeah,
that's coming back. DVDs and CDs. And also you can think about when you have money, stimulus money, whatever, and you want to turn this into an audio book. That's another big thing that we need to tap into.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't have time to read, but they will listen.
Right, while they on the way to work.
So that's another.
In the headphone while they doing whatever they doing.
Truck drivers and Uber drivers and, all them people.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different avenues that you can still take your book, and a lot of different ways that you can still promote your book. But these different podcasts is great because every podcast has its own fan base. This podcast right here is about to go on iHeartRadio. It's about to go on Spreaker.com, on Spotify. Yeah. We have a large listenership overseas. So I pray to all our overseas listeners who love reading a book from America. Please, reach out or look up Jerell Jacquez, spelled Jerell, Jacquez, Jacquez, and look up the book Guilty by Color. And then you can understand more about what we're going through over here in America and how the justice system is so unfair. I know it's everywhere.
They told us, my Lyft driver told me to come back. He said, come back to Africa.
He said, come back to Africa.
That's right. He's like, look.
I'm coming back to Ghana. Ghana, come get me, Ghana.
He said, we ready. He's like, look, they're ready for us. Man, get to this traffic.
Come get me, y'all. But, I'm so excited that you chose our lane to come down and to bring your book down. I know you was a little nervous at first, but you see, I told you would enjoy yourself, right?
That was a great time.
Right, yeah. You did. I definitely enjoyed myself.
Yes. So tell them you're so. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I was going to say you kept me. You kept me hyped. You kept me in the mix.
I told you.
I was a little nervous at first.
I told you. I said you're gonna be okay. Yeah. You was like, I can give you 20 minutes. I'm like, you're gonna be on here longer than 20 minutes. You're going to be all right.
You're going to get coming up soon. We're going to call you back in a couple of weeks. Like, I got a speaking engagement for about an hour or so.
I knew because what it is he actually did not reach out to me. I read the synopsis of his book post, and I responded and said, "Wow, that sounds interesting," and that's how the communication started. So I was captured by the book without knowing who he was.
Okay, that's good stuff like that.
Yeah, and I purchased
it. Shelf and stuff like that. Yeah, when you see it on the shelf and you read a synopsis like that, it makes you want. It intrigues you. You want to I want to read this and see what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah, because even with the New York, what do they call them? The ones in New York that were guilty. I mean, innocent.
The Central Park 5.
Central Park 5. Even that story made me touched my heart. So when I read about the post about the young boy who was actually innocent but had to fight through that, it took me back there, and it made me like, wow. And plus, everything is going on in America right now, or has been going on for a long time now. Yeah. Like you mentioned, Sandra Bland and all of them, everybody.
Systematically set up, yeah.
And I can imagine the gentlemen who are in jail. Who, you're right, they look at the news, they know what's going on before we just. Hey, child molesters, they know what's going on before you get there. I'm just saying, they already know who's what. But just, I can imagine what they have, experiencing it with us, and just like, man, just being hurt with us. We have been hurt over the last, gosh, how many years it's been going on? It's like you said, after a while you start to, there go another one. There go another one. Oh my gosh, there go another. It's like, how much more pain can we take? Like, come on, man.
Right.
Yeah. So
like take that spin and get those.
Right. You take that. He's saying cha-ching, like spend the money. So spend the money wisely. Spend the money wisely.
Check yourself.
Spend the money wisely.
Yeah.
So tell them once again, please, Jerell, how they can purchase, where they can go to get your book.
Amazon, you can order it in ebook or paperback. The link is, of course, the book is called Guilty by Color. The link is on both of my social media pages, Instagram and Facebook, Jerell Jacquez. You can find the link on both of my pages.
So please, I want to ask all of our readers out there around the globe, sow a seed. When I say sow a seed, that means you got that stimulus money, right? I know y'all got it. You know, for the ones with, you know, you don't have any children, you got $1,400. For the ones for like 10 kids, you got you over there killing the game. So sow a seed.
Why they got the Supreme, the money thing, they shooting at the dollars out of it? Like, sow a seed, you know, sow a seed into someone else's ministry. Yes. Purchase somebody else's product. Be a blessing to somebody else. Don't give Target and Walmart and Apple and GameStop. Don't give all your Right. Read something. That's really good.
Yeah, and invest. Also, that's another option. Is investment. Yeah, everybody's talking about the stock market right now, so that must be the hot thing.
Yeah, well, I don't want everybody to see money. If you know what you're doing,
you got to learn. Right. Go get your book. I got me a book. My nephew told me to get a book. I bought a book. It's called A Beginner's Guide to the Stock Market. Wow. I'm not playing with him. I'm about to figure this out. But thank you so much. So I always like to ask the authors to give words of wisdom to someone who may be listening now or later. So in your instance, I'm going to ask you to speak to someone who's out there in the streets or someone who may be listening from a jail cell or whatever. What words of inspiration or encouragement would you like to leave with them?
It's always a better way of expressing yourself. I mean, obviously I found a way of expressing myself outside of, you know, committing acts of violence and, you know, landing myself in situations that, of course, I regret. Just find a way to express yourself, you know, find the positive side of yourself. Get in tune with your positive side and invest in that side of yourself way more than, don't invest in the negative side of yourself at all. Invest in the positive side of yourself, you know, whether it's, you know, writing a book or writing a movie script or, you know, drawing or whatever, if it may be art, you know, if it's rapping or singing or whatever, you know, just believe in yourself, believe in the positive side of yourself and put all of your energy into that side. And, you know, it may take some time. You know, obviously I sat in prison for years, you know, hoping, you know, waiting to get a book published, you know, hoping that things would go as smooth as I wanted them to whenever I walked out, you know, and I can say that things have been going pretty well for me. You know, of course, it's not going to just be a walk in the park. You know, I still have work to put in, but it's working out for me. It's going great, you know, and just always invest in the positive side of yourself, get in tune with that side, and just find what you love to do and stick to it. You know, that's really the biggest thing, especially for people that's incarcerated. When you walk out, just stick with what you love to do. That's the best thing you can do.
That's right. And don't let nobody make you feel no kind of way about the past.
Oh,
yeah.
The past is that thing to society, right? You pay that debt to society. That's what it is. You good, you walk with your head high and get back on your horse.
That's right. You know what? We all have had times where God had to sit us down for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes in the way of sickness. Sometimes it comes in the way of incarceration.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes in the way of unemployment. Yeah. It comes in different ways, but there's times that God got to sit you down so he can take some time to talk to you.
Right. That's so real right there.
That's all that is.
Man. Jerell Jacquez, man. Guilty by Color. It's out there on all major platforms right there. You can download it. Also, the hard copies out there as well. You'll get that when you buy and watch the video, well, not video, but actually read your books and stuff like that. And hopefully soon you have the audio one out there. Because I like audio.
Right.
I like what somebody's doing the audio.
Yeah, I think the audio books, I'm looking into things that will be, for me, whenever I think about business, I always think about how can I do a business that's going to benefit somebody, a group or a population that I understand. So for anyone that the needs of the inmates more than anybody, So coming up with businesses that will benefit them is going to be a great way. Care packages. Right. They live for care packages. Stuff like that they will be willing to give some of the money out of their books for them, or their family will be willing to purchase for them. That you'll be able to do just anything. It's all kinds of different ways you can benefit off of just knowing what they need, and maybe even nonprofit and businesses that will partner with you because you have that knowledge. And you know what they need. That's like you want to be a benefit to a hospital. You're going to partner with a nurse because a nurse going to know what that hospital needs, probably better than the doctors and the administration. For real. So, Nurse Betty. No. On that show. You are a king. Yes. Don't you let anybody tell you you're not. You did your time. You served your time. Now, King, go ahead and do your assignment because you're on assignment now. Your assignment has begun. Yeah.
This has everything to do with what you need to do for the people out there. It's going through you. You're the conduit for that. That's like they're walking down your hallway for this right here. So you just keep doing what you're doing. So then that you give them the good information that's going to make it so then that the next generation. So we won't have to worry like for the next 16-year-old right now in 2021. So you know what? I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, and decide to make a different decision because they had a chance to hear what you said or read what you wrote, I definitely appreciate what you've done, for this, and we definitely need more of this. And I have some folks I definitely want to introduce you to, out there in Jersey, like these guys. It's called a Lifers Group. They're from out of Rawway State Prison. But they have a Lifers Group that's on social media. Mm-hmm. I always shoot them things from time to time because they have the music thing and they have stories and they have information. Mm-hmm. How to build and it's a group of brothers who are trying to teach other young brothers and older brothers as well to to get out of that mentality, how to grow. Mm-hmm. And I definitely set you up with that if you're interested in talking to them about that.
So you said you wrote. So have. This your first published novel because you said you wrote some other books.
Right. Yes. This is my first published one. But I decided this one first over all the other ones. This was actually my fourth. It was the fourth or fifth one that I wrote. But I decided to publish it first because it was, like I said, I felt that it was very relevant. Well, like I said, it's been relevant because of the things that's going on, but when I seen all the things like what transpired after the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor killing, I felt like this was the one that I should put out at this time. Like it was meant for this moment. I felt like it was perfect timing.
It is. It was perfect timing. It's all divine timing. Yeah. Everything is ain't nothing by accident. There are no accidents in this journey. You know what I'm saying? So. It was supposed to be. So I can't wait for my book to come. I put it out. I ordered it. You gotta get your own because you cannot take mine. Yeah, we don't do how somebody else read your book and they got
your books right here too, like
ketchup and juice spots on it and stuff.
Right. I want the audio one too for yours.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice investment. In fact, I'm thinking about that for myself too on the books, the audio, because I hear a lot of people say they like audiobooks. Yeah. So that's definitely a place that you might want to visit, and they actually have actors and people who will actually do those voiceovers.
Samuel Jackson doing it, that'd be crazy, right?
Right, or something. Right. But much love to you, sir. Much love, much respect. And I can't wait to see the journey that God is taking you on in this new season of your life. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Same to you. I really appreciate y'all. We'll get together for a follow-up sometime.
Okay. Sound like a plan.
We'll definitely do a follow-up somewhere down the line.
I told you wasn't going to be afraid, didn't I? I don't know if I need more than 15, 20 minutes. I said, please, when you get on here and start talking to us, you're going to be on here longer than that.
Right. It worked out fine. It worked out good.
It's been a joy. So I'm gonna roll out of here by playing some Kirk Franklin because you know they trying to mess with my boy Kirk Franklin. You know I ain't having that, right? I don't give a darn.
Yeah.
They not gonna mess with my Kirk.
See that.
You have a good evening, sir. Much love and respect to you. We got author Jerell Jacquez. Peace and love to you.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all tune. Thank you, sir. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the ladies' roundtable discussion, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same channel, same time. We'll be back. And Jerell, if you want to call in, you're more than welcome. We have men call in sometime. But anyway.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank
you. You're welcome. All right, then, y'all. We're going to play a little Kirk because they messing with my Kirk. Kirk, tell your son you'll cuss him out again if he want to act up. Are you working?
Oh.
You a mess.
We all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided.
Woke up today, another headline, another innocent life is taken in the name of hatred. So hard to take. And if we think that it's all good, then we're mistaken. 'Cause my heart is breaking. Tell it, D.
Are you left? Are you right? Pointing fingers, taking sides. When are we gonna realize we all bleed the same? We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. Tell me, who are we to judge someone by the kind of clothes they're wearing or the color of their skin? Are you black? Are you white? Are we all the same inside? Father, open our eyes to see we all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided.
Only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for? We were made to carry one another. We were made for more. Said
Only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for? Yeah, we were made to carry one another. We were made for more. We all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together and unite. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. Let's get united.
So, Father God, I pray that our families will come together right now and seek your face you will forgive our sins, and you'll heal our incredible land. In the name of the only Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Oh! Brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life. Back to the one that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Hallelujah.
How can it be that you love the most unlovable part of me? How could you see your life was the only gift I'll ever need to be free? It's amazing with you. I win even if I do. Everything's working for my good for a way.
Come on.
He saves the day. He will come through. He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
Hallelujah.
No greater love makes my heart beat. All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
That's why
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
let's go.
How can it be? Every one of my secrets that you keep.
You cover me.
You cover me.
I appreciate it.
A mystery.
It's amazing
Your
how
patience with me, God will never leave.
you don't give up on me.
Don't ever leave.
Help me.
Help me to see like you. No matter what I go through,
Hey.
everything's working for my good for a way.
Let me tell you what he does.
He saves the day.
And he
He
will.
will come through.
Hallelujah.
He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
Not real superheroes.
No greater love
A love like this.
makes my heart beat.
And I promise you,
All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
that's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Yes.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I thirst all over.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
That's right.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
And the church sang, come on.
Loving you will be
Jesus loving you.
will be the death of me.
It sounds crazy, don't it? Hey,
That's how it's supposed to be.
let me tell you what it means.
More than less of me.
That's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Father.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I really mean it this time.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Jesus.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Let me tell you what he does.
He saves the day.
Come on.
He will come through.
He will let you down, but
He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
see, I will never find
No greater love
a love like this.
makes my heart beat.
Forever and the day.
All I wanna do is make you proud.
Let me say it again.
He saves the day. He will come through.
It feels so good.
He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
Yes.
No greater love
Hallelujah.
makes my heart beat.
For the rest of my life.
All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
Everybody sing.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You're the Savior.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.